Now, News Channel 11 Sports Director Kenny Hawkins.
Good morning, everyone. We start our 2023 high school football coverage with the game we broadcasted last night from Kermit-Tipton Stadium. This rivalry between Science Hill and Elizabethton is lopsided in the Hilltoppers' favor, but it's supposed to be because they are the bigger school. But here lately, the Cyclones have given more than they have taken. Beautiful night for football at Tipton Stadium. Cyclones take their time on the first drive. Inside give to Seth Mullins. Nearly untouched, he finds the end zone from 8 yards out, and it was 7-0 Elizabethton. After a Toppers fumble, Rhett Slagle dropping back on 4th and 11 hits Jariah Griffin on the slant. The senior does the rest into the end zone, 14-0. Second quarter, Science Hill needs a spark. Instead, Jay-Sean Swartz tries to throw far side of the field. Eli Blevins reads it perfectly, and he's gone for an easy pick six. Betsy is rolling now, 21-0. Toppers finally break through before half. Baylor Necessary takes the snap, tries to jump over the line. Ball pops free. Zeb Fejak picks it up and scores. It was 21-7 at the half. Second half is Mullins again for the Cyclones. He finds the edge. He scores his second touchdown of the night. The Railroad Rumble Trophy is headed back to Betsy after a 27-7 victory over rival Science Hill.
Got great players, great guys like these guys that stepped up. Preparation, we maxed out the opportunity tonight, man. All these guys right here, these guys put in all the work, and we're back. We're better than ever. It's for 2023 season, and these guys deserve all the credit right here.
We feel good. Came in with a game plan, executed, got it done, took the win. It's good to go home with this one for sure. Coach told it before the game, we win this one, we going undefeated, so we taking a trophy home.
So once again, Elizabethton takes down Science Hill tonight by the final score of 27-7. It was also Morristown West over Moe East, that final 42-12. Greenville opened their season at Stone Castle against Tennessee High tonight. A rough start for a Green Devil cheerleader. She gets run over during the team's interest, but she bounced right back up. Devils cap off their opening drive with a short touchdown pass from Corbin Cannon to Carson Quillen for an early 7-0 lead. The Vikings took it down to the red zone, but then muffed the snap on the field goal attempt, resulting in an incomplete pass, killing the drive. The Devils added to their lead. Cannon fires it to Adarian Samples, and Samples has reservations for 6. He's going to take it 82 yards for the score, and just like that, it was 13-0. As we go to the scoreboard, Greenville went on to win over Tennessee High 28-7. Jefferson County losing to Oak Ridge tonight 30-14. Opening night at Farragut, always a fun time and a busy time for young Lauren Gwynn, splitting her duties between cheering and marching in the band. Speaking of making the most of their Friday night, how about Jordan Shepard returning the opening kickoff of the season all the way back, better than 90 yards for an Admirals touchdown. Coach Courtney got to be loving that start. And Mr. Shepard wasn't through. First possession for DB. Indians driving, but the pass is picked off in the end zone. Quite a start to Jordan's senior season. As we go to the board, it looks like this. Dobyns-Bennett losing to Farragut 24-17. It was also Sevier County over Knox Carter tonight 43-20. Last season, the surprise team in Northeast Tennessee were the Daniel Boone Trailblazers, who made a deep run into the playoffs with their starting quarterback. But this season, he's back along with a few other players, and the players are ready to take flight again, beginning with Clyde A. Irwin High School out of North Carolina. The Blazers found themselves trailing by halftime 7-0. Looked like they would fall farther behind after a bad snap of the punt deep in their own territory. Says Irwin up in great field position, but the Boone defense would keep the Warriors out of the end zone when Jackson Utzman breaks up the fourth down pass. As we go to the board, it was a low-scoring game, and it did not go in the favor of Boone. They lose tonight by the final of 7-0, and Northview Academy beating Unicoi County by the final of 20-13. On Rebel Hill last night, South Greene hosted Cherokee, and everyone at the game was remembering Braxton Wilhoit. And the Rebels would get on the board first. Nash Rader takes the delayed handoff, races 11 yards for the touchdown to put South Greene up 6-0. And the Rebels would add to that lead. Quarterback Jacob Susong fakes out the cameraman, that would be Doug Counts, and has Deion Blair on this 35-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-0 Rebels in the second quarter. But the Pioneers would finally get on the board right before halftime. Dylan Callahan rips up the middle for the touchdown to cut the lead to 14-6. It was all South Greene. They went on to win tonight by the final 35-18. It was also Sullivan East beating Johnston County 28-24. Last season, the Hampton Bulldogs had one of the better teams in Tennessee just a year or so after advancing to the state championship game. This season, they appear to be loaded for bear, and their first target was Pigeon Forge. Excitement was high up in Hampton last night, but it was short-lived. Wyatt Howard finds his receiver all the way down to the Hampton 2-yard line on the bomb. Then 2 plays later, Aiden Howard plows in to give Pigeon Forge the 8-0 lead. Hampton would then drive down to the Tiger 2-yard line. Dylan Trivett would call his own number and get pushed into the end zone for the touchdown. But the Bulldogs then went for 2, and Trivett would take it around the end to tie the score, but it wouldn't be enough. Pigeon Forge went on to win over Hampton last night, 24-14. Granger beating Claiborne 20-12. It was already 14-0 Cloudland over Happy Valley on Warrior Hill, and the fans were happy to see our camera on the sidelines, and they were even happier when Aiden Paul finds his receiver open on the slant, but he fumbles the ball into the end zone, and Grady Goulds is Johnny on the spot, recovers for the touchdown to make it 14-6. Then in the fourth quarter, Drew Blevins finds Jamie Easterline and the slant, and he takes it to the house, but the Warriors come up short on the 2-point conversion. Cloudland hangs on to win that final 14-12. It was also Gatlinburg-Pittman over Seymour 56-13. It was West Ridge on the road at Volunteer High School. Let's start in the first. West Ridge coughs up the ball near midfield. It's a scrum for possession, but the refs say Volunteer comes up with it. Next series, Volunteer can't capitalize on the fumble recovery. Quarterback Jamison Mao is sacked behind the line of scrimmage for a loss on the play. Volunteer would go on to punt. Next series is West Ridge on the ground again. Quarterback Trey Frazier keeps the ball himself, scurries down the sideline for a big gain to put West Ridge near the end zone. Next play, Frazier looks to his left, finds Sawyer Tate out in the flat. Tate gets close to scoring, but is stopped just short of the goal line. It didn't matter. Next play is pay dirt for West Ridge. Ethan Amix punches it in for the score at the goal line for the second year in a row. West Ridge takes down Volunteer. They would go on to win this one 40-0. The other score was Cosby over Cumberland Gap 28-14. At Chuckey-Doak last night, the Black Knights hosted the Unicoi Rangers, and the Knights were up 21-12 in the second when Hayden Roper picks off Ranger quarterback Brendan Repass and returns it 20 yards for the touchdown to make it 28-12. And they would add to that score. Mervyn Brayson romps up the middle from 27 yards out to make it 35-12 still in the second quarter. But the Rangers would try to get back into the game. Repass uses the shuffle pass to Connor McKinney, who takes it all the way 35 yards for the touchdown to cut the lead at 35-18. The board looks like this. Chuckey-Doak all over Unicoi 54-18. It was also William Blunt beating Austin East last night by the final of 35-8. Let's go to Hawkins County, where Cherokee is hosting Cocke County. Several mistakes from Cherokee in this one. Quarterback Landon Jeffers can't connect with his target. It gets tipped and picked off by Cocke County. Nice return would set the visitors up nicely. Next possession for the Chiefs, and it's more of the same. A sweep to the right gets stuffed by Cocke County. Ball ends up on the ground. Cocke County comes away with the ball and takes over the possession. They capitalize on the mistakes from Cherokee. A nice run down the right sideline would set the visitors up nicely near the end zone. A few plays later, the home team has it back, or their backs against the wall against the Cocke County offense. As we go to the scores, all Cocke County beating Cherokee 27-20, and it was Harlan City, Kentucky over Hancock County 46-6. West Greene has a 17-year winning streak on North Greene. This game was scoreless through the first quarter. Handoff to Austin Franklin, 8-yard rush for the touchdown. First one of the game, Buffaloes led 7-0. Huskies back on offense. Pass is intercepted by Maddox Garner straight to the end zone for another touchdown. Team is loving it. Buffs go up 13-0. Fans loving it as well. West Greene, runs away with this one. They went on to win by the final of 26-0. For News Channel 11 Sports, I'm Kenny Hawkins saying have a great Saturday.